Welcome to Charley's room tour. Charley is 7 and we redecorated his room about 4 months ago. Charley's lucky in that his room is quite a good size. We do also have a playroom downstairs, so a lot of Charley's toys are stored down there, leaving plenty of free space in his room. So as you go into Charley's room, on the right hand side is a chimney breast. On this wall we've put 3 picture sort of ledges, and on that have popped lots of photos of Charley's family and friends. The picture ledges are from Argos, and the yellow photo frames are from Next, and the blue photo frames are IKEA. So directly below Charley's gallery wall, I've got these 2 turquoise trunks, which I got from eBay. They're metal trunks and they're really good quality, and inside them I store Charley's Nerf guns, and he's got a lot of Nerf guns and he's got a lot of bullets, and these 2 trunks are completely full of Nerf guns. So this is Charley's wardrobe. This wardrobe we got when Charley was about 2, so it's lasted us years, and it was from Next. At the top of his wardrobe he's got this tiny little shelf which we store bigger toys that he doesn't use every day but he can have access to if he wants them. So he's got a little mini table football and he's got a telescope up there at the moment. Coming down he's got his hanging rail, and starting from this side I store his shirts and his smarter clothes. Going on to his t-shirts, then his longer sleeve tops, his jumpers and hoodies, his jeans and chinos, and then his joggers. I always then try and put his spare hangers as a sort of divider because I like to keep his home clothes and his school uniform separate. So on this side he's got his school uniform, so he's got his trousers, his jumpers and his polo shirts. Below Charley's hanging clothes he has got 2 baskets. One has got pants and socks and vests, and the other one has got specifically school socks and spare school PE clothes. I find it really useful to have this separate basket with school socks in it. It saves confusion, saves time, and Charley knows exactly where his school socks are. And on the other side he's just got his Beavers outfit there, which again it just saves time. When he's getting ready for Beavers he knows exactly where that is. And on this bottom shelf Charley's got 3 baskets. This basket has got onesies at the back and pyjamas at the front. This basket has got football socks and Under Armour, and this basket is purely for football kits. Charley plays a lot of football, so he's got a lot of football kits. So when we decided to do Charley's room, I let him decide what he'd want in his room, what sort of designs. I thought he'd go for a football themed room, but he just said he wanted yellow. So I went for this wallpaper, which has got the bright yellow in it, and also turquoise, which is his other favourite colour. I really like this wallpaper. I love the geometric pattern. I think it's not too grown up, but it's grown up enough for a 7-year-old boy and will hopefully last him a good few years. This wallpaper was from Wilkinson's and it was a really reasonable price. We've only put it on one wall because I think it would have been too much to put it on all the walls. The colour we chose to go alongside the wallpaper is a Dulux colour, and it's called Grey Steel. I am not 100% sure of the grade of it, but Toby and I both think that Grey Steel number 3 rings a bell. It's a really lovely light grey colour. So this is Charley's bed. It's a mid-sleeper, and we actually picked this up second-hand on Gumtree, but originally I think it's from Aspace. It's pure white, and I really love the fresh, clean look of it. Charley's duvet cover is from IKEA. I actually picked up 2 of these because the pattern is such a perfect match to his wallpaper. And his cushion also matches perfectly, and that is from Sainsbury's. I recently picked up this bendy light for Charley as well from Asda, which works perfectly on this type of mid-sleeper bed. It just literally clips on to any sort of place in the bed. At the end of Charley's bed he's got 2 prints. I really wanted quotes on Charley's wall that meant a lot to me and him and really reminded me of him. He absolutely loves the Dr. Seuss books, and these quotes are just so perfect for Charley. One says, "Kid, you'll move mountains," and one says, "Oh, the places you'll go." And I just absolutely love them. I actually made these 2 prints for Charley myself. I chose colours to tie in with his room, and I got the frames from IKEA. I picked up this clock from Asda. It doesn't tell the right time, but I wanted this clock because it matched perfectly in with his room. However, he doesn't like the tick-tocking noise, so we just don't put batteries in it. So as Charley's bed is a mid-sleeper, he's got a little bit of room underneath to have some toys. We got this unit from Great Little Trading Company. I love it because of the 3 sections, and also I wanted something that meant that his toys were really readily available, like he didn't have to take lids off things, so this is perfect. In the first section he's got little Lego, so little bricks. In the middle section he's got the sort of medium-sized bricks, which he still really loves to play with, and in the last section he's got Connects. On top of this unit, Charley's got these 3 boxes which we picked up from IKEA. The colour again goes perfectly with his room. This one's completely empty, but I do quite like having some empty boxes in their rooms for any future toys that they start to collect. This one contains fidget spinners and fidget cubes, which he loves. So the final box I call his treasure box, and it's got special stones that we've picked up from the beach. He loves sea glass, so he's got a little jar of sea glass, and just any bits and bobs that he's picked up that he really likes. So that's his treasure box. And the final thing on this unit is his karaoke machine, which he doesn't actually use that much, but it also doubles up as a CD player, and also you can plug an iPod into it, so he could have music in his room. Underneath Charley's bed, and in the slats in his bed, I've strung these little star fairy lights. I love these little fairy lights. I think it gives his room a really cosy feel, and when he's got his friends round, they often like to make a den out of this area, so we string a sheet up along here and they just go and hide under there, and I just think it's really pretty, and I love the star shape of them. So the blind in Charley's room is very simple. It's just plain yellow, but I really wanted something that would tie in with the walls of Charley's room, and we had already got quite a lot of turquoise accessories, so I thought yellow was a really good choice. So next to the window in Charley's room is his desk sort of work area. Charley doesn't actually use this to do his homework or his spellings or anything like that, but it's really nice for him to have to just come and do colouring or drawing whenever he wants. Molly also really likes to colour and draw at this desk. Underneath Charley's desk he's got this plastic 3-drawer unit, and that just organises all his papers and stationery. So in the top drawer he's got all his Smiggle bits. He loves Smiggle, so he's got quite a few little sort of Smiggle rubbers, like sharpeners, pencil cases and things like that. Second drawer has got paper and notebooks and colouring in books. And the third drawer, he has got his activity book. So he loves crosswords, word searches, Sudoku, sort of games, and just a selection that if he wants to come up and do a workbook, he can. On his desk, Charley's got 2 pen pots which match his room. He's got a turquoise one and he's got a yellow one, and they're just little metal buckets which I thought looked really sweet. I picked these up from eBay, and he's got gel pens and colouring pens in one pot, and he's got colouring pencils in the other pot. On the other side of Charley's desk, he has got 2 more pen pots, and he's also got a globe, which I picked up from Smith's for his birthday a couple of years ago, and I'm sure it was in a 2 for £15 offer, so it's really reasonable. These little pen pots are from IKEA, and I really liked them. I liked the grey geometric pattern, and also the lining of them is yellow, so it goes nicely with his room. And in these pen pots, Charley keeps his biros, his pencils, his scissors, rubbers and sharpeners and bits like that. Next to Charley's desk, he's got a blue bin, which is really useful for when he does cutting and sticking. And he's also got a small guitar, which Toby's teaching him to play. We've wall mounted his guitar, which is really useful because it frees up floor space and is always out the way. So moving on, next in Charley's room is his bookcase. This bookcase was really reasonable. It was from Argos, and it's just a plain white bookcase with 3 shelves. Charley loves to read, he's always getting new books for Christmas and birthdays, so he needs plenty of space to store them. So along the bottom he's just got books, then the middle shelf he's got books, and he's also got his trophies, which he's got from football and sort of other sports, which I think it's really nice for him to be able to see these sort of on display. On the top shelf of Charley's bookcase, he's got this little chest of drawers, which I picked up from Tesco's. I really liked this because the colours really tie in well with his room. You've got the yellow, the turquoise, the grey and the white, which obviously match sort of his room, and also the geometric patterns match it as well. Charley keeps his watches in this little chest of drawers. He's got quite a lot of watches, so it's really handy to have somewhere to store them. He's got another watch, and he's also got his book light and his torch for sort of bedtime reading. Charley's also got a little Smiggle safe, which he chose with some birthday vouchers last year. Inside this little Smiggle safe, Charley keeps some little chocolates. A little stash for Charley. Moving along, the last thing on the top shelf of Charley's bookcase are these file boxes. And to be honest, they're completely empty, they haven't got anything in them, but I thought they'd be really handy to have for when Charley starts getting more schoolwork and needs to file away bits and bobs. I liked the yellow and the grey of them again, and they're from IKEA. Charley's also got on his shelf this little cube, which he got when he was about 2. I bought it for him, and it's just got some pictures of him as a baby, which I think is really, really sweet for him to have in his room and remind him of when he was about 2, I think. On top of Charley's bookcase, he's got his darts board, which we've wall mounted. This is a magnetic darts board, and it's absolutely fantastic. He got this for his birthday last year, but I think you can pick them up in Argos or Smith's. It's a safe way to play darts, and Charley and his friends all love this. He's also got a clock, which is yellow. It's really useful for him to have a clock in his room so that he knows what time it is in the morning. We've also put the darts for the magnetic dartboard in another of the pen pots. It was a pack of 3 from IKEA, and they sit really nicely on top of his bookcase. Charley's lampshade is from Dunelm Mill. It's an enamel lampshade, and it is the same turquoise colour as a lot of the other accessories in his room. What we chose for Charley's room is a white laminate, and it is from IKEA. I think it gives a really fresh feel to Charley's room, and it's really light and bright. So that's everything in Charley's room. Thank you so much for watching. If you've liked this video, please give me a thumbs up, and if you want to see more content, please subscribe to my channel.